Sponsors are lighthearted. The first few seconds in, and this guy's a literal man-child. I know children that behave better. Come on, it's natural. Hope she dumps him and moves on to someone better. That guy is not worth it. Hello, my fellow toasties. Let me be your Reddit therapist for today.
All seem to be suffering from a mild form of hysteria.
These videos are like therapy in a way, making them and getting them out there. Am I the a-hole if I break up with my boyfriend after he asked to have my friend join in? My boyfriend, 23 male, and I, 19 female, were showering after getting added the other night. When he randomly asked, "Would you ever let another girl join in?" I laughed, thinking he was joking. So I played along and said, with who? Expecting to say something ridiculous or to make some joke. Instead, he smiled a little and casually went, "Olivia, she's pretty and I think she'd like it." What? I just kind of froze for a second because I wasn't expecting that at all. At that moment, a dozen questions raced through my mind. Olivia, 18 female, is one of my closest friends. And she also got to know my boyfriend, so we all know each other. The last time we all hung out was at a beach for her birthday. I told him I wasn't comfortable with that and asked why he even thought of her specifically. He just shrugged and said he figured I'd be more comfortable with someone that we both know, and he thought she'd say yes. I told him that I was feeling weird right then. He rolled his eyes at me and just said it was just a question. I pressed him again why he wanted her specifically. He said he asked me first because the thought popped in his mind and he wasn't expecting me to go along, but he thought it would be a fun time and that he just said her name because she popped in his head and he thought it would be a good feel with her and she would like it. He brushed me off like I'm overreacting. He said it was just a dumb hypothetical in the moment. I don't know about breaking up with him over this, but the thought did cross my mind. Am I the a-hole here? Am I overreacting? Let's see what the responses say. You could break up with anyone for any reason if you don't want to be with them anymore. You don't have to have a good enough reason. I know not the point of this post, but an extremely important life lesson. Exactly. No longer want to is a perfectly good reason. Just not feeling it is also a perfect reason. I did this with a boyfriend a long time ago. He kind of shrugged and was like, "Yeah, that's fair." We managed to remain friends because we were both in the right headspace for that. And to be clear, he definitely didn't want to break up. And there were tears on both sides. But he said if I wasn't feeling it, there was no point trying to force it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I the a-hole if I'm upset that my husband mentioned getting a paternity test? What? My 31 female husband, 32 male, just mentioned he's keen on getting a paternity test for a 3-week-old baby girl. His reasoning is that our daughter has darker hair than him. He has brown hair, I'm white blonde. I'm a little confused because she hardly has any bloody hair. And this just feels like he's accusing me of infidelity. I actually thought he was joking initially. The conversation went as follows. He said her hair is really dark. So I said,
"Yeah. It is."
Even though it isn't darker than his. He then mentioned getting the test. It was completely out of the blue. I initially said he should go for it as I wasn't thinking, but now I have some time to reflect. I'm really not happy about it. If he really wants to get the test, fine by me, but it just feels like he doesn't trust me. Am I overthinking this? He has no reason to think like this. He even went as far to say, if she wasn't mine biologically, she'd still be my girl. That statement pissed me off and I've said nothing to him since. Yeah, he's definitely...
A few inches later.
Thanks for all the comments and advice. There seems to be some common responses, so I thought I'd just reply to them here. I'm more than happy for him to get the test, but, as most have mentioned, that would confirm his lack of trust in me, his wife, and I don't think I could overlook that. I think I'll seek some counseling to discuss this further. I'll be inviting him to join me. Some mentioned that our daughter might have been swapped at birth, and the test would benefit us both. I can share all the commentators that she didn't leave my side once throughout our hospital stay. From her entrance into the world to her leaving the hospital with us. I'm very happy that she's our little one. Most people mentioned projection on his part, and I admit I haven't thought about this. I'm almost certain this isn't the case, but I will discuss my fears and concerns with him as this is now the forefront of my mind. I will update accordingly. Thank you all. And the responses are... This just feels like he's accusing me of infidelity, but that's because he is. If he believes the baby was switched at birth, he'd use his effing words and say that. Tell him he can have his paternity test if he hands you his phone and passwords right at that moment. If he wants to doubt your fidelity, you owe it to yourself to check his messages, emails, apps to ensure he isn't projecting. This, most of the times when someone is cheating, they try to make it seem like their partner is to justify their own cheating to themselves. An ex kept accusing me of cheating. I told him when told he needed to go through my phone or it's over, but the same rules apply to you as well. I get to go through yours and you get to go through mine. If either's cheating, it's over. Suddenly, the I need to talk to you, come home from work right now is that dead serious. Talkie one the moment I clocked into the work becomes, it's just a joke. Gosh, you can't take a joke? I told him it'll be a joke when we do this and find nothing. As you said to me, what is the worry if there's nothing to hide? Yeah, I can sense the projection, and going to counseling is not a bad idea in this situation. But if it's ever got to the fact that you're now checking each other's phones, I'd call it over at that point. You need trust in a relationship, and if that trust is not there, I don't know, I would call it over. Hopefully they work things out. I farted and my boyfriend got mad. My boyfriend 30 and I 28 female were cuddled in bed under a blanket. Not doing anything, just cuddle up. Randomly, I farted, literally out of nowhere, and he immediately jumped up out of bed and said, "Okay, I'm done," and started getting dressed and saying, "Stuff like this irk me." I replied, "I understand, but it was completely unintentional, but it's also very natural." He responds angrily, "Why would you fart in bed under the blanket?" I just sat there shocked with absolutely no words. At that moment, my heart shattered into every tiny pieces imaginable. What should I do? Let's see what the people say. Imagine having a dude broke up with you once because I farted as part of your dating lore. This is epic. Shit, I'd fart right back, gotta assert dominance. No way I'm getting out flatulence by my beloved. This is a competition, I'm in it to win it. Dueling Dutch ovens. It's all fun and games until someone ever hurts the bed. I'm glad the responses are lighthearted. The first few seconds in, and this guy's a literal man-child. I know children that behave better. Come on, it's natural. Hope she dumps him and moves on to someone better. That guy's not worth it. Am I the a-hole for being brutally honest to my wife about cheating? So this happened over the weekend. We were at a party with friends when this question popped up. We essentially had a small never have I ever game, which is pretty childish looking back, but we're in our late 20s, so it isn't that bad. One of the question was, never have I ever forgiven a partner for cheating. A few people counted that as something they did, including my wife. I expressed my surprise about it, since I wouldn't expect her of all people to give someone a chance after cheating. Other than that, the night went on just fine. And I was driving us home. I don't drink, I hate alcohol. I asked her about the whole situation with her forgiving a partner for cheating. In her words, her ex-boyfriend so many years back cheated on her. He came clean about it and they tried again. But then he went and did it again in the same manner. She says she didn't regret giving him a chance and would do the same if it happened to cheat. I figured this is just her being drunk. I have no intention of cheating on her. In absence of any answer from me, she asked if I do the same for her. I bluntly told her that I wouldn't be able to give cheating, nor would I ever expect to be forgiven for cheating if I somehow ended up doing it. Short of physical abuse or other heinous acts, it's the worst thing you can do to someone you love. I don't know what happened to her after that, but she stopped talking for the rest of the car ride. Ever since then, she's been dead silent around me. She isn't her usual bubbly self and is withdrawn when I have conversations with her. She avoids any questions about what happened on Saturday night too. I asked our mutual friends about any contest I may have missed, and a few of them said she must have taken it a bit too hard, as in me not being able to forgive her for hypothetically cheating means I don't love her as she loves me. Her two oldest friends kind of implied I shouldn't have been so blunt about it. What do the people say? Not the a-hole. She's conflating your personal boundaries with your love for her. But personal boundaries and deal breakers are about self-love, not love for another. Not everyone has the same boundaries, and it is always more about the person themselves than other people. Not only that, but her forgiving her other partner, and then them doing it again, should have taught her that once they cheat, they likely will again if they can get by with it. Either way, most people could never trust them again. Yeah, I agree. At the end of the day, it becomes more of a personal stance. To each their own. Let me know what you think in the comments. But if you reached the end of this video, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to help with this channel's growth. If you like my work, the links are below, and always stay